Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of the Floor 26 podcast. My name is Adam Duffy, and today I'm joined by my illustrious co-host, as you can see sitting right next to me, Jack Casey.
I'm back! What's up? How are y'all?
What's the deal?
Back from UGA, which I have so many questions about. And then
Great.
Terez Hill as well, sitting across from me,
What's the deal, everybody? How you doing?
looking amazing.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be in your presence, both you guys. Jack, especially you.
Yeah.
You've been gone for a minute,
looks great right now.
Yeah.
I love the walls and
literally the look
not
is dope.
and being in the summer, so
Yep.
we're not in the
Yep.
cold.
You know what I'm
It's-
saying?
Yeah.
We're out the.
Yeah, the last time you were here, it
was.
was still actually cold.
Yeah, last time I was actually recording here, I was behind a vent.
Oh, yeah, you're getting shit blown on you. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
it was-
Nah, but we've come up though.
I
We've
mean,
come
shit,
up.
dude. You're welcome. I built this whole thing. Me and my mom.
Kudos to Adam and his mom.
Hell
Kudos,
yeah.
kudos. We appreciate you. There's more to come too. We got some pretty big.
Yeah, we're always
pretty
working on
decent
something.
ideas, you know what I'm
Working on
saying?
something
So,
expensive.
Decorations.
you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty more to come.
Jack.
Put up on the
Adam.
You're back from UGA, right?
I am.
Now, my biggest question, right, and this
Okay.
really came prevalent, I think, towards the end of the semester. I'm looking on Instagram, all those things. Is there only the one fountain?
Wait,
And if so, is there a sign-up sheet?
there's one fountain.
Adam, that was the best question I've heard in a long time.
I
Okay.
Break that down for
Here,
me.
what's
let
that?
me. What's
yeah,
up?
yeah, yeah. Explain it to TJ.
Break
what,
that
what
down
I,
for me, because I'm like,
Have you seen the fountain too? You know what he's talking about? Okay.
No, what fountain?
So basically, if COVID didn't happen, I would know a lot more about UGA Traditions.
Right.
Like, you know, because you at like in-person orientation, they walk you around the whole thing. Oh, this is where we do this, where we do this, where we do this. I didn't get any of that. I got an hour-long Zoom call last July of them just like being like, yay, be excited. And I was like, okay, I don't know anything about the school, but sure. So I had to figure that stuff out just like you guys, of people who knew it from like their parents going there
Right.
or whatever. So there's a couple traditions of like the school. One is that in North Campus, which is like, if you break it down, it's like downtown is the most north, downtown Athens. Then like North Campus, which is like fancy, like your typical college looking campus. And then the stadium is in the middle and that splits it. And South Campus is more like modern buildings. And that's where all like the living is and stuff like that. So in North Campus, there's these fountains. And yes, there is just one central fountain. It's not as big as it looks. And people get in there. It's basically, the tradition is freshmen get in there at their in-person orientation. And it's like, oh, welcome, you're jumping the fountain, welcome to school, right? I didn't have an in-person orientation. I never jumped in the fountain.
Uh-huh.
So like
Right.
majority of my class didn't, unless they did like in their free time, just to bring the
Right, just to
tradition.
do some shit. You know
So
what
to
I'm
answer your question, yes, there is one fountain.
Okay, just because.
When you see all those people jumping in the fountain, it's the same fountain.
Yes.
And it's about, I don't know how to scale it up. It's not as big. It's not that big.
It's not like the Friends intro when they're playing around a fountain. Have you seen the Friends intro?
Pretty accurate.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And there's no like,
Well, that's what I was thinking it was synonymous with.
right. That's actually a pretty good size comparison.
So I'm just curious
and
because
there's no wall around it like the Friends one. Like it's just kind of like a pool where you walk into.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. What is just most interesting to me is that at the end of the semester, I think I saw maybe like 5 of just people I know who go to UGA and
That
their
were in
friend
the
groups in the fountain. And I'm just curious, like that has to be like a small minority of the people who are totally going in it.
Facts.
So like
Well,
is it every night? Is there a group of like 5
I'll tell you this: they chlorinate it.
freshman
They
girls?
chlorinate it and they treat it like a pool.
Okay.
So because they know people are getting in it.
So they know it's
So it's not dirty, I guess.
No,
but
no. If that's your concern, yeah. Like
Okay.
they
That
literally
was part
treat
of
it.
it.
They
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
treat it like a pool.
That was part of my concern.
How old are the people that you're talking about?
I mean, like just like freshmen,
okay, yeah.
which are the only ones. Actually, I follow maybe a few non-freshmen who go to UGA, but I don't think I've ever seen one.
Okay, so what they were doing was probably like, oh, we forgot about the tradition because last like September, kids were doing it as soon as they got to school because they didn't have orientation. But the kids you're talking about probably were like, oh, freshman year we never did it. Let's go do it.
Okay.
Before
I've
school
seen it.
ends.
I've seen the same people do it a few times. Is it a common pastime or is it just
then
them?
They're just bored and want to like live it out.
So it is not like
I can
every
tell you,
day.
my friend group never did it just because like we couldn't be bothered, you know.
Uh-huh.
But like we actually planned on it, but we never did. But like yeah, it's kind of just like a pastime. It's,
Okay.
All the traditions at UGA are kind of just celebratory. Like there's that one, which I guess people jump in the fountain when they're just like, oh, end of school, oh, orientation, whatever. They just look for any excuse to. The other one is the chapel bell, if you've heard of that.
I think so, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen people like ringing the bell on their story
Okay,
and
because
shit.
I didn't even hear about that until maybe a month ago, but it's like a thing, and it's like I kept seeing this logo where it was like a tower thing with a bell at the top, and I was like, what the heck? I've seen that everywhere, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And I finally found out what it was.
It's a
I was
secret
at
society.
I was at my girlfriend's house, and her parents were like, "Oh, have y'all rung the chapel bell yet?" And I was like, "What the hell is that? What the fuck is a chapel bell?"
It's at UGA.
Yeah. It's like a tower, a few stories tall, like, and it's got a rope at the bottom that you ring. Like you ring the chapel bell, and
They got like a whole building for this motherfucker.
no. It's just as round as this table.
Is it next to a chapel?
I think it's next to like a really old chapel from like the 1700s. Like it's not a church, but like an old, what you think of like a chapel.
Yeah,
like a little room.
One room.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's next to that. I don't think it's like religious anymore. It's now just a UGA thing. But her dad was like, my girlfriend's dad was like, "Have you guys rang the chapel bell yet?" Like, and we were like, "What the fuck is a chapel bell?" And I figured out, and I start seeing people post about it, and UGA even posted about like, "Oh guys, make sure to ring the chapel bell." The chapel bell, like I said, is a little tower. You stand under it, you ring the bell, pull the big rope. You do that for anything you want to celebrate. You pass a good test, you get past, do whatever you want. You go there just to be like, "Woo!" And I didn't know about that, and that was another orientation thing. And yeah, now I know that if I ever, get an A+, go ring the bell, whatever.
Get laid.
Yeah, no, facts. Literally anything you want to celebrate, you go ring the bell.
And I'm guessing it's a small bell. Like, is it very loud? I mean,
you can hear it from like
all I can picture is an ignorant nigga just going and just.
it's also on North Campus next to. It's actually really close to the fountains. But yeah. There's that, and then there are the arches, which you guys I assume know about, because I knew about the arches, thankfully.
I don't know about the arches actually.
The arches are these little. Have you seen UGA's logo? Like the little.
Yes.
That's what the arches are. They're on the edge of downtown, so like north, and they've been there. They're just things you walk through. They're like little, like they look like they'd be in a garden,
right,
on a staircase.
It's like at the entrance of your school or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And we just kind of summed up as it's there. It's like it's pieces. It's a metal arch, and it's been there since 1785 or whatever. And they
That's
just it's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's like the
I'm
thing.
glad at least one of us has gotten the on-campus experience.
Dude.
Of college.
See, I have, but I also haven't. I have, but like.
But it's interesting, right? We're like when everyone was posting like
even just you being there. Like,
oh yeah, no.
Everyone was posting the fucking thanks to freshman year with like 20 pictures from their freshman year, and it's like
literally,
even if I did that, it would just, what would I put? I would put just me at my computer.
Yeah,
like
happy freshman.
It's interesting. Is it even like people who just like went to like campus for like half a semester like could post a lot of memories about it.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's still, even though.
I still have the college experience, even though it wasn't as traditional. But no, I definitely did. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Did y'all have a lot of we'll say gatherings at UGA?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, just like in our dorms.
You mean parties, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if I was being formal. Gatherings. Gatherings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just hear a lot of music and knock on the door and be like, "What's up?" And that's it. That's literally how it went.
Y'all RAs don't be on tip or nothing? The RAs don't even be on tip or nothing?
Dude, I don't know what was up with RAs. They were like non-existent.
Maybe since it was COVID, y'all were more strict than certain.
Well, like if they were more strict, then the RAs would be more strict. But like they just like didn't do anything.
No, I'm saying with like how many people were like in a building or some type shit. Like
in
regards to them, you know what I'm saying? So they might not have included them in this since COVID was going on.
No, I met them and I knew where they lived, and like
word?
I would see them all the time. But like in a case where you think an RA would like come up or like say something and be like, "Hey," I just never saw them. So on any floor in any building, because like I wasn't just in my dorm. Like I would go to other places.
Could
like
not
other
be
people's houses.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Jack said this whole year I just been chilling and shaking shit out. That's type of tip Jack on.
My sister's been an RA at Georgia State for like half a semester last semester, and she says
paid.
No, they asked her just last minute if she wanted to be, and it's completely free. I mean, like the housing's free at least.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
I mean, being an RA, they do cover your
expenses.
Housing, and I don't know if it includes your eating meal as well. But
I think
do know it's
at GSU you get like a half of a meal plan where you can.
I think like the independent varies and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I applied for my RA position. If I get worse.
Did you apply?
Yeah, I better get that.
I should have applied, man. I mean, it's just such a good bet. Like GSU.
Are you living on campus next year?
I mean, if I was an RA, I would, but like probably not. I mean,
That's
it's like
I'm saying if they have me be an RA, I'm like my shit in that motherfucker. But
yeah, like housing downtown is 4 times more expensive than my tuition. It's like
it's crazy.
There's no way. Like there's no way.
They gonna eat your ass up alive, bro. living in Georgia, or more should I say Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, like I know
It's
some
not
kids. I know
cheap.
some kids at Tech who are like getting like a 4-bed to split, and even like you split up the rent, so it's not
800,
as bad.
800 for a 4-bed.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, still like $3,200 a month. It's
I know people that's like
live in a smelly
like
concrete
from back
jungle.
home. They always talking like, "Oh snap, I got to get out of Michigan," or like, you know what? "Oh snap, I want to move to Georgia," type shit. I'm like, bro, you come here and you really get a feeling. You really try to look for a spot to live. I promise you, that 1 bedroom still gonna feel like you paying for 2-3 people, regardless.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Seriously, man.
Unless you plan on moving farther out, and even then, you know what I'm saying, you're still gonna have your cons, because you're not gonna be in such an area in which you could walk out and be like, because I know, like by my house, I walk out and I'm like, oh snap, hey Zaxby's, hey Target, hey Kroger, Walmart, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
within that area. Or it's like, hey shoe stores, how are you, Cumberland?
Yeah.
So-
dude, Cumberland over by the food court, all shoe stores,
Literally.
top and bottom.
Literally.
Foot Locker Kids,
Yeah.
Vans, Jimmy.
Brands I've never really heard of.
Yeah.
Like, well, just like
No.
franchises I've never
Yes.
really
Yeah.
heard of just like shoe stores for like the same brands. I feel like other places just
'Cause
double
You're
dipping.
at Jimmy Jazz, right?
I'm at JD's.
JD's.
John
Okay.
and Davis. It was Finish Line, but we are, I don't know what.
Oh wait, so JD
it's
Sports
sister
used to be
company.
Finish Line?
Yes.
Okay, because I never heard of JD
So
Sports.
basically, two guys from what I know, two guys they went and they partnered up with them, but JD's, you have global access to all your shoes. Like they got connections in like Europe and stuff like that type junk. And some, like if you go on their website, some of the shoes on there, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like them boys, whoever John and Davis are, they got to be one of the most smartest niggas.
That's weird. I didn't know they merged. JD Sports used to be like a strip mall, smaller Dick's
Yes.
Sporting Goods type place.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess now they've gone more the sneaker route.
Literally.
Quavo bought his first pair of Jordans at a JD Sports. Fun fact.
But that's what I'm
Interesting.
talking about. You see how they like, I don't know who they are, but it seems like they took, because I did hear about them being like small and stuff, but it seems like they took an off season, got all their stuff together, and next thing you know, they like, all right, Finish Line, that's what we about to do, because we about to take what y'all selling and we about to make it times 10.
I've also seen that Finish Lines like didn't at most malls didn't have their own store, but were like
inside of a Macy's.
inside
or
of a
something.
Macy's.
Yes,
Exactly.
literally.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I was just about to say
John
that.
and Davis have their own store, and I think literally it's only a Finish Line inside the Macy's.
Okay.
They do
Gotcha.
relegate a lot of small like brands into Macy's.
Yeah.
Like-
That's kind of how Macy's works.
Yeah, it's like
But that's how they get their cheese.
like a micro
you know what I'm
mall.
saying?
Yeah, no, it's like a mall in a mall. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of weird. But dude,
Because they got their own section. Like, I don't know if the Macy's here has like an upstairs where you go down that little elevator or something like that, and then downstairs and stuff like that
well,
too.
all the department stores at Cumberland are closing, and they're getting turned into Sears. You know, where that Dick's Sporting Goods is now at Cumberland. That used to be like a 3-story Sears department store.
Word.
Yeah, and it's like originally it was gonna be like a big entertainment center, like bowling place, and then it switched to a Dick's Sporting Goods.
They put that hoe down there. It's called Round One.
Oh yeah, okay, so it's still
So
there.
they put it at the bottom of the Dick's Sporting Goods. So
Gotcha.
Dick's is
Okay.
on like one level.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Dick's was booming with the police today. Swear to God. Like
Cumberland?
Cumberland Dick's. You had my man was walking by at least like 10 times with his I think he had a German Shepherd type shit. Oh, that nigga.
Because you know
that
why?
dog
Because there
was
are some
beautiful.
characters at Cumberland Mall, bro.
Nigga. I'll tell you something. Cumberland, if you drive a car, you work at Cumberland, or you there all day, trust me, your car is bound to get broken into.
Yeah.
Cumberland has literally one of the most highest thieving car rates, because every time
That parking lot isn't there.
yes, every time one of my home dogs leave a car there, some always get messed, like some always gets messed up, or something's always missing. I always ask him, like, bro, do you lock your door? Like, what is you doing? You just out here roaming free. Like, come on, man. And he like, nah, bro. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna tell you, because there's no way in hell I'm coming to work every day and my shit's still getting broken into. Come on now. Like, you need to park somewhere else in the general
like,
area.
For
Take it
some
every
people
spot.
though, locking your door just means they're gonna break your window.
Literally, and that's what happened to his ass.
If someone really wants to get in your car, but then
I'm
again-
like, well, then stop leaving shit always on the front seat.
yeah, I just wouldn't keep anything valuable in my car.
Honestly, if you're gonna park, don't bring anything in the car.
Literally. Or like,
If they're gonna break into your car, a pack of gum and some quarters. Nice shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But nigga, for you to just be leaving your shit in the same general area, this probably like yo stupid ass, probably the same nigga, and he know he gonna get your ass every time.
He's like, this guy parks in the same spot every day.
You know what I'm saying?
He
know
puts
gonna
at
get
least
like,
$5 in
yeah.
his fucking console. This is
Stupid
great.
motherfucker.
It's a passive income for me.
But what I was about to say was, all the like department stores like JCPenney, Macy's, I think Delk is one, and Sears. They're all closing and turning into, well, at least at a few places, Amazon fulfillment centers in malls, which is so ironic because Amazon is the one who killed malls in the first place.
Literally, they have one inside of Linux. They have like a little Amazon store inside of Linux.
Yeah.
I think I'd said it to like a couple people. They were like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah." I went in there and I want to say my Roku, my Amazon Fire Stick and junk, and they had a for sale junk. But they had a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah,
I was in there, even for it to be
Amazon's
like such a small store, like literally, even though it was such like a small store, I'm like, where do y'all keep the rest of these hoes? She like, we got little room in the back, but shit, it's enough. Cause you know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of people knew about it, but they was booming and walked out of that back.
I'm seeing them like taking over more of Cumberland Mall. You know, just slowly, like as stores start to just die out. It's like, oh, we leave that space for like 30 years from now,
fulfillment.
30 years from now, Cumberland Fulfillment Center. Mall's just gone.
No, like, yeah. If you don't want to wait on the 2-day shipping for Prime, you go to the mall and pick it up. I'm serious.
Shit.
I see that in the future.
Yeah.
But that's going to be, it's amazing how so many of these franchisements have really been putting in a fair share of work. Like I can't hold you. I wouldn't, if I was anybody, I can't even hate on Amazon. Cause I mean, I'm gonna eat off of it too. Cause they deliver one of the least things that I was gonna expect them to start doing was delivering like raw products. You know, I'm talking about like the raw
grocery stores.
No, like the raw smoke.
Oh, okay.
Junk, right?
Yeah.
But they were actually like, now they like franchising their rolling boxes, the automatic rolling stuff, the trays, the papers, with the grinder boxes.
Damn.
And I'm just like,
every accessory
really?
you could ever want on Amazon. Prime shipping.
Literally.
Wow.
So now it's like versus me going to like the smoke shop or some shit like that, I can just order shit. I wouldn't be surprised if they did get into cannabis delivery.
Hey man, once it's
legal.
nationally.
I wouldn't be surprised even a little. Because once it's
Dude,
legal,
they changed like the Amazon color from the blue to the green when they say
Amazon
green or something.
Because if you think about it, that is so much cheese in your pocket.
That's why,
dude, people ordering weed to their house. Does anybody do that?
Especially,
I feel like in Colorado, is there like
people? Some people make a living.
Shut the fuck.
Well, I just thought I like made $1 million idea for that for a second, but then
you brought it up. This dude I used to work with at Melon Mushroom. He was a bartender. Part of his living was he would go to Colorado for a week, like a couple times a year, and just mail all that stuff back and sell it to his friends. And he made thousands of dollars doing that because it was like dispensary level like quality stuff.
Yeah, he's trapping.
Yes, pretty much.
But like Amazon Green, right? Like an app on your phone.
Literally,
click it, weed gets sent to your house.
Cheese
in a like protective.
But I will tell you this much: once they start taxing for that delivery fee,
not even the delivery fee. When weed is legal, it's going to get taxed out of your mind.
Literally, you're going to have to come up the wise.
That's why Colorado did it. Because they were making so much money off of it. The government, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, that town. I was in Denver 2 weeks ago, and like everyone says that the town is growing like way more than it's like able to manage like feasibly. Like infrastructure doesn't grow at the same pace as the population does because everybody's moving to Colorado with a lot of bonuses to the economy. Some part due to the weed industry. Like it has a lot of growing pains. The city. And when I was there, I mean, there's like a weed dispensary like every other street. I mean,
I was there.
Not as common as some people would think.
Michigan is now. Like they have the brand cookies and stuff there. It's from literally business has been booming.
I was there. I was in Denver summer of 19, and I went to a Rockies game, and like down the street from there was just dispensaries and stuff. Kind of crazy.
The first time I went to Denver, I was actually 9 years old, and I went to a Rockies game. It was the Rockies versus the Orioles, and it was a game. I might have been a little older than 9, but it was a game where, like, I think they were Rockies were down like 2 points at like ninth inning, like or fucking the last inning of the game. Okay. And
you were right.
I forget who was up to bat, but like I'm just bored out of my mind at this point because it's been 9 innings. I'm tired. I don't really like baseball, but then like. I'm just looking down at the ground and suddenly the crowd erupts as I forget who was hitting, but he like breaks his bat in half as he shoots a home run, scores three guys, and then they win the game. It was like the loudest thing I'd ever experienced before. A bunch of people from Denver like seeing a 3-point home run and just freaking the fuck out.
Yeah,
really.
I've been working at the Braves and it's been good. They I don't think they've won a game Like I've only been the past 3 games. 'Cause that's when I got back from school. But they haven't won since. They got swept by the Blue Jays, and it was really sad.
That's what's up. No cap. I'm really been trying to get into a different element other than, you know, because don't get me wrong, I still want to go into the healthcare industry, but I feel like that shouldn't necessarily stop me from branching off and being ambitious and dipping into new shit. So recently I had went ahead, because Detroit Lions, of course, that's back home. I regardless if they're let me
They're not good.
They're in a tough spot. That is what I will say. Being honest,
they got a decent schedule.
You know
the
what I'm saying?
The NFL schedule came out 2 days ago, and it was pretty decent.
Literally, but being a Michigander and loving them so much, I just went ahead and I applied because they offered the media intern, and I was just like, oh shit, like let me go ahead. Let me just go ahead.
What's your major right now?
This healthcare administration and planning.
Okay.
And then I got a minor in marketing, but I'm just thinking about moving that minor up to double majoring into it.
Okay.
Like get on top of that shit. You know, feel what I'm saying? But I just went ahead and did that shit. Like, hopefully fingers crossed, they just be like, you know what?
I mean, now's the time to do it because they'll start in like September.
Hell yeah, I did my cover letter. I submitted to them like, they have you do like writing portions where you answer questions in regards to like articles or Instagram posts or something like that. You know, basic media marketing type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I did like try to do like a whole portfolio for him, and I sent it in to him. So hopefully, you know, niggas look at it and they're like, oh my God, like his whole entire profile is just astonishing. So hopefully she looks at it, or whoever looks at it, and they like, we need him.
Right.
We want him now.
What kind of shit did you put in your portfolio?
What kind of shit did I put in my portfolio? Well, I put like certain drawings that I did. And then I also it was pretty much basic marketing questions that they wanted you to answer, like in regards to the courses that you took. So I had to do like being an associate or whatever the case may have been, any media experiences that I have. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that's honestly the goal for me. I'm just gonna finish. Like I've been working for the Braves more of like a guest servicey job, you know, past like this is my 4th year. And then with that, and then entertainment and media major out of college, I'm going to apply and get like an actual job with them. That's like the goal. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's pretty locked in. Not locked in, but like I've got a good chance after working with them for X amount of years.
But I'm saying like internships definitely right now is the move for sure. And I don't give a fuck. I apply to like shit ton of them. Like whoever calls first and is offering and is being able to be flexible,
right?
You're the person I'm gonna say yes to.
Yeah.
So,
I was in the elevator with the GM yesterday of the Braves, Alex Anthropoulos, the guy who he's not the head coach. That's the regular manager, but the general manager is like the guy who, at least in baseball, like makes all the picks and the trades and who's playing for this team and like that stuff. He does all that for the Braves. Right. He's like the big guy. Yeah, he was cool.
Nice.
It's always good
moving up in the world.
Like
I rejected or at least I got an internship at the beginning of this school year, but then before it even started, I decided not to do it anymore. But they hired me.
What was it for?
It was for a pack.
Oh wow, really?
They wanted me to just write articles.
Oh, you told me about this.
I did. They wanted me to write articles, like 5 or 6 articles a week, about like, you know, what's going on in politics.
Why did you turn that down?
Because it's way too much work. They wanted 18 pages, I think. Like not per, but like 18, like 2 or 3 pages per article.
They wanted you to
given every week. I mean, it just
How much was the pay though?
It was $0. It's a political organization.
Experience internship.
Yes, it was.
If you intern with a political anything, you're probably not going to get paid.
Just gonna be
they're scraping dollars everywhere, pretty much everywhere. Most of that money's going to whatever cause, but yikes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine doing that much work on top of everything I did this year. Like, I just wouldn't be feasible. Same thing with like a job. I can't imagine getting a part-time job. I don't know. Like my mom says, whenever she brings this up to me, she says that, you know, you never get a job when you like thinking that you don't have time. Like you get a job and you make time for it. And it's like, because that's the idea that like, you know, you don't know how much time you're wasting unless like you have a job like that. But I don't know, man. I count all my hours of the day. I strategically plan a lot of my week, like every week, hour by hour. I can't see how I could fit anything. Shit is packed.
You have to make time for your job, definitely. Like you see how much of my schedule I have to like reassemble just so that work fits in.
Yeah.
With like family, kids, and then like basic shit that I do on a daily basis.
What is on your day to day, Adam?
What was on my day to day? Well, I usually sit down every like Sunday and I'll sort of look at like, what am I going to do this week? It was especially what I had to do during school. But now that summer's over, I've actually been struggling to keep myself busy a little bit. But I mean, I have been, but I've been less on a schedule. More so I have to motivate myself to do miscellaneous things.
Right.
Oh, still miscellaneous things.
I still take videos of the hospital, which is like
as you should,
like maybe like 6 to 8 hours a week. I do this, which is probably like 10 or 12 hours a week, sorted along stuff.
Yeah.
I sleep a lot.
Sleep a lot. Sleep is always included in someone's schedule.
I was so sleepy today too. I don't know why.
Literally, I don't know what it is, but it's like working at JD's after every shift, I'm drained. All that social interaction, like grinning in a bitch face all damn day. It's just like, okay.
Hey man, you don't got to smile. You got a mask on the whole time, right?
But I like still like imagine me coming up to
just
someone
squint your
saying,
eyes to make it look like you're smiling.
But either way, you're gonna tell how I'm feeling by my eyebrows, because either they get scrunched up and you see the lines in my forehead, or it's just like I'm looking at you pretty normal. So that's why when niggas be irritating me, I just look, and they already know that they about to get on my nerves. They already know. But having that much social interaction with someone and dealing with that many people on a daily basis, because you'd expect it to be a Friday, niggas got work. You wouldn't come to a shoe store for it, would you? No, that's not the case. We over here dropping Hyper Royals and junk, and then, you know, the Shadow Ones are supposed to be dropping, but, you know.
Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah, but this weekend, I think it's tomorrow, actually.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I think it's
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I guess it is, yeah.
And then everybody's like, are you guys going to do them? We're like, well, check online first, and then we tell everybody, get the app. The app is going to tell you more stuff. We just work here, okay? We just get the shoes, and we put them out when you come in with your tickets. Yeah. So I'll be like telling them, like, bro, you get the app, you look at the app, it's going to tell you everything you need to know.
How does that work? Because, like, the mall has to open, and then your store has to open.
Literally. So I guess, like,
so, like, on a big drop, how does that work?
Cumberland actually doesn't open for real. They start opening the doors, I want to say, around 10 o'clock, 10:30. Okay. Then, like, certain stores and stuff, that's when they let everybody in. You can get your little walk-in if you want to. Then stores and stuff typically open up during the week. I want to say maybe, like, 11 o'clock, 11:30. And then on the weekends, I think it's like Sundays, it's like 12 is when the stores start opening. So the mall opens up a little bit later on Sundays.
Because I thought people, like, camped out for shoes and stuff.
Oh, they do. Like, literally,
so
one
if
time
it's open at 11,
store,
how are they camping out?
But listen, one time, because since they open the doors, they always get there early thinking that we're going to let them in. Yeah. One time, police came up to the front of the job, made them do a whole entire walk around the mall. Like, you can't stand in front of the store. Like, I guess because, you know, it's let's be realistic, it's still COVID outside. And you know what I'm saying? If you just camping out in front of the shoe store, like, it's still policies and stuff that you got to abide by in the mall. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with our specific store. We inside the mall. We can't help you. Yeah. So the police came in there, nigga made them do laps. And I'm just looking at these goofy ass niggas like, oh, you walking. And I'm sitting here. And I'm still watching you walk because you trying to talk to me about some shoes. Like, come on, bro. I haven't even clocked in yet. Yeah. Let my morning start first.
Right.
Pussy ass.
That sounds awful. Just like getting a store ready to open and you just see like 50 people outside.
Literally
just waiting for you.
Just looking me dead in my shits. It's fucking 9 o'clock in the 10:30 in the morning. Just looking me dead in my shits. Just what you want?
Looking at you through the window. Just
you want to smell my morning breath? Is that what you want to do? Let me breathe on you, bitch.
Just knocking on the window, just like, hey, when you gonna open?
You know where's my ticket at? The worst at my job is like when we'll have like a normal game. A normal game is when we got to be there at 5.
And I know Jack's job is worse though. Like
we don't sit. We don't sit for like 6 hours.
Literally.
And hella people, yeah. But no, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. But like the worst, like a normal game, like 90% of the games scheduled is like we be there at 5. Gates open at like 5:30, and first pitch is at 7:20. That's how it always is.
Literally.
And then the game's like 3.5 hours. We usually leave around 11:15. So actually, this past 3 first games of this season, the second one, you know, I left at like 11:15. The next morning, which was yesterday, the game started. We had to be there at 10:30. So I left at 11 and got there at 10 the next morning. Like I just slept and went back. It was crazy. Wow. There are a lot of times when like morning games are after night games. And it's just like,
That's brutal, dude.
Like, damn. I was just at this bitch.
Dude, my stepdad is a ace at that, dude. Switching between day shifts and night shifts, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know how he sleeps so easily. I mean, not easily, but like just turns on and off like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, goes 15 hours a night and then has to go to the hospital for like 12 hours during the day the next day. So he'll come home at like 7 in the morning, sleep until 5 at night, either then go back. Sometimes he'll go like, and he'll start a sort of a day shift right after he gets his night shift. And so he'll be there from 5 p.m. to like 3 p.m. the next day.
Wow.
Because he'll like have to like interview a person or do some training in between his own floor shifts that he has.
Oh,
They have on-call beds that that you can sleep at the hospital.
Yeah.
Apparently they're not very comfortable.
I wouldn't expect them to be.
No, hospital beds aren't comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't imagine they would be. That shit hurts my back.
Well, there's all the stories about how like dads in like long labor, like their wife is in long labor, and their dads have to get at that like there's like a pull out like bed for dads in like delivery rooms, and like every dad who's had to do it has been like, yeah, those things are awful.
Nigga just ain't on that hard. Hell nah.
And my dad works with the people that are like fucking in like a coma, quote unquote, for like 14 days. They have a tube down their throat. I can't imagine laying on the same uncomfortable hospital bed for like 2 weeks straight. You wake up, your back is fucked after you wake up.
That'll make my back hurt.
Go straight from the ICU into the chiropractor.
I just like waking up anytime inside of the hospital would make my attitude very poor. Just
Oh yeah, you fall asleep somewhere, you wake up in a hospital.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'd be a little confused.
Looking at niggas like, who the fuck is you touching on me?
What?
Who been wiping my ass while I've been asleep? That's what I want to know. Who's been doing that shit?
Where's the sponge bath at?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit, sometimes you might have like a tube in your penis too.
Oh, fuck no. That's where I draw the
True.
line. That's
True.
where I draw the line.
Hey man,
You ain't sticking shit like that.
No, when you're like
That
45, you
shit
need
happens to me.
I know it's mandatory and a colonoscopy when they gotta. Oh, fuck.
bro,
I listened to this podcast, and like it was like an animated section, like a 2-minute clip of this dude talking about how he was at the doctor, and the doctor was like, "All right, so I didn't tell you this, but like we gotta do the thing where we go in your dick hole today." And he was like, "Damn, that's a shitter."
Bruh.
Can
Yeah.
they just put niggas to sleep when they do that shit?
I was 6 years old, on a camping trip, driving back down the highway. I fall asleep in our light green, fucking 2006 Toyota van. I wake up to a catheter being put in my dick.
Oh,
The worst.
My
The
God, really?
Yeah, I fall asleep dreaming about fucking Autobots or something.
Was this when you got in the car accident?
Yes, during my car crash.
Oh,
I
wow.
fall asleep
That's
in a
crazy.
van, and I wake up with like this plastic tube being stuck on my dick, and it's
Yeah.
like it was such a big difference. At first,
Yeah.
I thought it was like part of my dream, and I was like, that's way too painful. And I wake up and I'm like,
That
what
shit
the,
is real.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah. This shit was not fun, and I can't imagine like doing. I think it to be even worse as an adult, having like a person like stick a tube. up your
Yeah,
dick as
I'd
an
have to
adult.
look at a nigga dead as shit, but like, nigga, you gonna put me to
This
sleep?
nurse comes.
You
Like,
gonna put me to sleep?
"All right, dog, I'm a level with you. This ain't gonna be fun."
That clip I was talking about, the dude like
I'm gonna have to have a girl nurse.
I mean, most of them are, but man, sometimes you
dude,
don't get a pick.
it still would suck. It wouldn't make it
know.
any better.
But I'd feel better.
Some
knowing-
random bitch.
I'd feel better.
I wouldn't honest.
I
could care
don't
less.
care. It's gonna hurt. I don't care. But in that clip, the dude
gonna
like
sue my ass.
he was
I might
saying
kick her.
he was saying the doctor was like getting all the stuff ready, and the doctor started talking about basketball. Like, oh, did you see the game last night? And the patient who was on this podcast was talking like, oh yeah, he started, and then he just did it like because he didn't want to hype him up, and he just did it. Because like if you know it's coming, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. Like you go 3, 2, 1.
I don't think it's.
Fuck that band.
It's a little more extreme.
Yeah, but like same principle. What I'm talking about.
I thought you were gonna say that like he asked him about the game while
Yeah,
he's
you know what I'm
prepping the
saying?
tube that he's gonna put in his dick, and he's just
Yeah.
like, "Don't talk to me,
See the game last night?
bro. You better put a catheter in me. I don't care about the Knicks game."
Yeah,
The Knicks game and LA Lakers. First of all, let's talk about that for a second.
I didn't watch it.
Jack.
I didn't watch it fully. I watched the score. I didn't watch the game.
And let's give applause where it's due. LA Lakers, they did pull through. You know what I'm saying? They did accomplish a lot. You know what I'm saying? They may have had a little rough patch in the process of trying to score on my man's D Rose. Now I'm sorry, but he put forth his fair share of work.
How many points did he get?
What was the score?
It went to overtime.
Mm.
It was like in the 90s or low hundreds. I'm not sure. But it's interesting. The NBA playoffs this year have a play-in. Like, if you don't make playoffs, you can play. You have your own kind of playoffs to make it in the playoffs. Like, all the teams who don't make it like compete for the last spot in the playoffs.
Oh, that's cool.
Which it was a rule they made up in the bubble last year, and they're just keeping it.
That's cool.
And baseball has a similar thing where they've got COVID rules and they haven't taken them away yet. Where if the game goes into extra innings, the people at bat automatically get to put someone at second.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And if there's a double header,
And that's just to accelerate. Like, that's just to make it go faster, get people out of
faster.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And if there's a double header, which means there's a game back to back the same day, or no, what am I saying? Yeah, if there's a double header, back to back games the same day, it ends after the 7th inning. Both games do.
Oh, cut short 2 innings each game? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Like, that rule about putting someone on second base feels like a very not like it doesn't feel like a baseball.
It's like what's the word? What's like the suspenseful dramatic word for overtime? Sudden death.
Sudden death. Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like it's like a sudden death rule.
Sudden death. I mean, they won 101 to 99. And
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
like
close.
I knew it was high 90s.
Literally, but D Rose.
LeBron is still out, right?
Yeah, he was sitting bench, but one thing I do give LeBron, he is 100% a team player. Because even though he's been sitting out,
he's
on
LeBron.
The bench,
that man,
He's a god.
But like the way he was really coaching and building up his team and their character and stuff like that, even though he was from the bench, you could tell like regardless, that nigga is determined.
I saw something today that was like, there were tweet rumors going around, and these rumors were confirmed like an hour later. Michael Jordan is in the next Space Jam, but, quote, not as you would expect. Like, not a quick cameo. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I mean, well, maybe a quick cameo, but he might be, like, animated. So I don't know.
Maybe he's the villain.
He had 27
That would be
points,
hilarious.
Well, the villains
he wouldn't be a villain.
The villains in the first Space Jam, they were like aliens, right?
Right. They were aliens who, like, took over the bodies of, like, other pros.
Interesting.
So, like, their alien powers combined with the professional basketball players, and they were the bad guys.
Okay.
And then it was LeBron and all the Looney Tunes versus them.
Michael Jordan and all the Looney Tunes. Yes. I'm remembering.
And this one is just like a Ready Player One ripoff. It's like, have you seen the trailer?
No,
it's
not at all.
so weird. Like the Iron Giant is there, and like all these Warner Brothers characters who aren't Looney Tunes are just like all playing basketball.
Dude, it's the WB universe.
No, yeah, that's what it is. And it makes I'm looking at it. I hate that. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on.
I just want to the secret juice at the end. I want that to pull through. Is LeBron a good actor, do you think?
I have no idea. Don Cheadle's in it. He's the supporting character.
Okay.
I like Don Cheadle.
Everybody likes Don Cheadle. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I
don't know how I feel about LeBron. I mean, animated, he seems like he was a pretty decent character, but
my favorite LeBron media of all time is the Sprite Cranberry.
I knew you were about to say it. I knew exactly what you're about to say.
You want a Sprite Cranberry? And in that,
and the whole tune and song that they had that came out with that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like
that thing's like almost 10 years old.
Yeah, but my God. You see how
I think it's more than 10 years old.
They play it every Christmas.
Yeah, they're not going to change it. Why would they?
Sprite is living off of that commercial. Sprite's a Coke company, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just
I just know like LeBron James was singing something for their company. I'm quite sure they're just like, yeah, this is a keeper.
Well, then it got memed like 4 years after it came out, and they just revamped everything.
Literally.
So,
but I mean, he didn't really carry that voiceover, you know. It was
right?
More
Yeah,
so
it wasn't an acting thing. It was him. It was him and who was the?
Oh, was it
no,
Migos?
It was T-Pain.
It was T-Pain. My bad.
Yes.
Oh. I feel like Migos did his Coke Cinnamon during Christmas time. I feel like. Yeah,
did they?
I think so. Yeah, I remember seeing Offset like with a Coke, the cinnamon Coke in his hand. Did you know 2019 Christmas? I had this like absurd obsession with getting myself a cinnamon Coke.
Yeah, I remember. You walked into Wildcat TV and was like, I need one. Where are they at?
The advertisements made them look so good.
Yeah.
Like the brown coloring with it still like it was like Coke, but also like cinnamon. It's like they're the same color. They blend perfectly.
Wow. Yeah, they go hand in hand.
I remember having this fixation. Couldn't find it in the Targets. Couldn't find it in the Targets. Couldn't even find it like on Amazon.
No.
But then it was December 20th. I walk into a Target. I'm going over to the soda section, and on the end cap on the far side,
you see a Coke?
It's a whole rack. It's a whole rack of Coke Cinnamons, and I was like, holy shit! I pick up one.
Were they good?
About 6 out of 10. Pretty bad.
6 out of 10. Nice.
It wasn't
decent.
Well, one, they didn't have it in any diet versions, and when I used to drink soda, I would never drink non-diet sodas because I've been growing up drinking only diet sodas, and so I didn't like them, and so it was really sweet, and I was like, oh, that's kind of bad. And then the cinnamon flavor was like sort of like an aftertaste, really, a little tingle in the throat.
I get that.
But it just also made it just more sweet. So it was disappointing, but the build up to that was the most fixated I've ever been on like a food item like that that I had never tried up to that point.
Wow.
I love a good Coke.
Yeah, like
KoolAid.
if it's good, because like bad Coke is like you know, like Coke out of a plastic bottle that's just like out. Not, that
Fountain
can't be bothered.
Fountain sodas are all like obviously top tier, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Of course,
I would
any
say so.
restaurant that you have, especially McDonald's, their Cokes.
Yeah, because McDonald's like makes a point to keep it straight.
Literally, and it's crazy because like Coke, don't they give like a different formula to every different restaurant and stuff like that, or is it?
I don't think so. I think that's a rumor because every different restaurant has a different procedure of cleaning their fountain, and how they clean it makes it taste different.
And I think how much of the same syrup they put in the same mix as equal parts. Like because you can change the settings in those machines. I think to change.
Yeah, I had to do that at
syrup.
Mel Mushroom. I would swap like basically the syrup bags.
Oh yeah, they're huge.
They came in these boxes, like big cardboard boxes, and all you would do was just like crack open a little part of the cardboard and just put a tube in it, like
And
leave
then
the bag in the
tube
box
will
and
suck
put
it
that
up
on a
and put it all
shelf.
the way
And
down.
because like the machine has built-in like it just gets water from the tap and makes it soda water.
It already has the carbohydrate stuff.
Right.
In there.
Yeah. So the soda water just mixed with that syrup and just out each one. It's really
That's
interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't worked in fast food in a minute. It's like I forgot about that whole process, but when Jack was explaining, I was like, damn. In the process of marinating chicken, I did have to go back there and do a little bit of changing out the drinks type junk, especially Sprite. That used to be my go-to drink before a Coke. Sprite, I used to get a Sprite every time.
Dude, it's been hard not to drink like
And
sodas at a restaurant, especially.
Soda, pop.
Oh my God, you're from Michigan.
Gander.
Oh my God.
Pop.
Dude,
oh my
like
God.
only
here,
a few states.
Here it's not even soda. Here it's Coke.
Coke.
Yeah.
Or
like
cold
if it's
drink.
if it's deep here, it's Coke, not even soda.
Sometimes you get a cola.
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 But pop, man, I can't be.
No,
And it's
literally.
it's only like Michigan and Wisconsin maybe like another state, but those are the only ones who say pop. It's either soda.
Well, no, it's northern. Like West Virginia does, and
I think it stops in Montana. I never heard pop in
Literally,
Montana.
when I'm at a station or if I'm at like a restaurant, I'm like, let me get that red pop or something like that. They'll look at me like, you dumb fuck. What is that? And I'm just like,
I would say the same thing.
I'm just
get
like,
out of here with
and
that.
then you know me, like, I don't know. I've been told that sometimes I talk a little aggressive, so I'm like, let me get the red pop, like, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Oh,
throwing
you
the
think he
please
just
in
didn't
there.
hear you?
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm
Do I
repeating
need to repeat myself?
Did I
You know what I'm
stutter?
saying? So I'm up in there and I'm chilling. He's like, what is that? And I'm like, the Fago right there, nigga. Like, can you put it in a cup and give it to me, please? Type junk. But
That poor attendee. It's
like,
just
come on now, man. And after that, I felt real bad because I'm just like, you know, maybe he didn't understand.
He's
what
never
you
heard
were
the word
saying.
pop
He's
in his
never heard
life.
that.
It doesn't sound like a northern thing to me. It sounds just like old dated, like outdated. It sounds like, hey, can I get a cold pop at the?
It sounds very
at the-
60s.
Yeah, like 50s, 60s, very
Well, I guess it just stuck. In
just stuck, and
Michigan.
then yeah,
It just was like, we don't call it nothing else but a pop.
Pop.
and everyone in Atlanta was like, fuck that. We've got Coca-Cola.
And if
Everyone
it-
drinks Pepsi up there, don't they?
Pepsi, Dr. Pepper.
Yep,
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. I used to love Mountain Dew till I don't know.
I had did y'all have the new watermelon Mountain Dew?
I think they have them all there.
Watermelon Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it was new like a month ago.
Anything watermelon pertaining to, I don't fuck with.
Oh, you're nuts,
Since
dude.
Beyonce
that's
came
like
out with that song, I'm sorry.
that's like
can't.
my favorite flavoring of stuff, like watermelon anything.
Watermelon.
Watermelon and banana.
I used to
and
love
peach.
it, but Queen B, she threw it all off kilter for me.
What song are you talking about?
What does she do?
When she was talking about,
Don't cry,
y'all
buddy.
need to.
He's
Well,
very
that song
hesitant.
That song with Jay-Z, no homo. But like when she was singing the song, like I'd be drinking watermelon, and she's like, I'll be riding on that no homo. She's like, I'll be riding on that surfboard.
Oh,
Yes, like she
in
ruined
like
that.
2014.
I don't
that song
care.
came
And
out.
since
That was a
2014,
while
I've
ago.
never had nothing watermelon. I haven't had nothing during a hot sunny day outside with the family.
It ain't that deep.
No, it's that deep.
No, it's not.
But then Harry Styles talked about eating pussy, and that should counteract that.
Adam knows what the fuck going on.
Okay, that might have, but Beyonce killed the shits for me. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
No one. Okay, look. If I hand you a watermelon soda right now, watermelon pop for you, what if I gave it to you right now? No one in the world would be like, Beyonce,
TJ's the
haha, gay guy, haha. No,
They probably wouldn't, but just carrying that around.
Jay-Z just walks up to sips and goes,
It's like McDonald's Sprite, man.
Yeah.
Shit makes you.
But that song just being ingrained, because my mom used to play that song, and like every female that was a Queen Bee fan used to play that song on repeat when it was hot, type shit.
say hello, Miss Carter.
You know what I'm saying? And just hearing that all the
Right.
time, it's just, I can't. It's never been the same for me. I won't even walk past it in the grocery store.
I think everyone might have something like that. Just some like thing they heard as a kid,
Yes,
or like
that-
for a
It
long
just makes
time.
them cringe.
And it's been
Yeah.
like it's like been put into their mind, and they
Yeah.
live by it, like a small part of them. Like
Literally.
that line does not allow you to drink like watermelon flavored things. I'm trying to think if there's any.
And it's not even that, like, had taking medicine as a kid, anything grape or bubble gum flavored or cherry flavored, I won't drink. Like KoolAid, no grape. I don't give a fuck.
What about like classic red Kool-Aid?
a classic? I'll do fruit punch.
That's not classic. Like Kool-Aid, like
cherry
like
flavored.
original Kool-Aid is the red cherry Kool-Aid.
Anything cherry, I can't fuck with. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
I mean, just grape.
I
is just,
understand it, though.
grape is just an
No
unpopular
grape.
flavor. I think.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking cause back home we used to get Faygo's the thing. Faygo's the thing.
I love
back
Faygo.
home, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you got Faygo pop.
Man, that's not out west.
And we'd say, let me get that grape pop. Everybody knew you was talking about that Faygo that was sitting right there inside the refrigerator. So they bring it to you type joint. I wouldn't even drink those. Like anytime a nigga stop drinking grape Kool-Aid, something's wrong.
What about like an ice cold grape Fanta?
No. Anything grape flavored, I don't.
Okay, this
touch.
is what we're gonna do next week. We're gonna get
Get a bunch. We're gonna
get cherry and grape stuff because those are like really common. Even though grape isn't like the most popular, it's common as crap.
Yeah.
We're gonna get grape pop, and you're gonna try it.
I promise you I'm gonna spit that shit right now.
No, you won't, bro. Trust me.
I want y'all to hear it from my mouth first. As soon as y'all hear the
Hey
reaction,
man,
and
we
then go back
will
in there,
force that shit down.
and then go back in that cup. I'm sorry, I can't even.
Dude,
it was just being a kid, and I used to hate taking medicine, but my mom was forcing that shit, forcing me to take it.
Yeah.
I cried myself to sleep in that motherfucker.
That
if I
flavored
take that
medicine is disgusting. The bubblegum and grape, dude, is terrible. Like my siblings hate it.
I used to try to be like, I cry myself to sleep before I drink this shit. This used to try to put it inside my juice, like my apple juice, but her sneaky ass, she'll let it sit at the bottom until I like, so that way you drink it all, but the grape flavor just floating at the bottom and drink
Right.
it
The
into that
opposite
bottom
way.
hat.
You got to take the shot and then do a chaser.
Nah,
Can't have
she waited because she knew I was gonna try to drink everything that was in my cup, but I didn't know it was in there. And the cup would always be like, it'd be something like this. It'd never be clear so I could see it. That's when she was getting ready to fuck your ass up. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom would do like she sits on my legs and she pins my arms with her arm and then she just fucking she forced me to eat that stuff as a kid.
Oh.
Because I mean, my mom's a wonderful person, but I was always sick and I wouldn't take any other form of medicine either.
Just so we
I was like
clear that
more resistant to it, and so yeah, I had to take that medicine, and I fought like a demon from hell to not drink it.
Shit, ain't nothing to clear up. We've grown as hell at this damn table.
Yeah, that's fair.
It happened. It's over with.
Yeah, I was like 9, so I was just
Oh, hell no. But you know how kids be when they like bite a lemon or a lime and they do that little shake or whatever. That's how it was at the end of every apple juice drink I had.
Yeah,
Just
apple
letting it-
juice?
She used to put it. It didn't matter if it was apple juice. If it was
Okay, so if I give you
orange
apple juice right now, you'd be like gross.
No, I can do apple juice.
Okay.
Because that by itself, I know what it
Right,
tastes
right,
like.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when she used to put the grape junk at the bottom, it just ruined everything. And it even took me a minute to get back comfortable with apple juice. Like I would not drink it
Right.
for the longest. Like I cut off apple juice, orange juice,
Damn.
none of that.
Dude, drinks are so different regionally. I mean, it's a common thing. It's an obvious thing to say, but like when we're talking about sodas, like you drink like Faygo over in Michigan and Detroit, like that's like the common thing. I'm just Coke stuff down here, but like
Faygo, Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper,
most popular, like
especially a Pepsi. Ooh. Yeah.
I just think out west is very.
You like
bland.
Pepsi better than Coke?
That's a controversial thing to say.
Actually, I do. I do like Pepsi better than I like Coke.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow.
I'm not even gonna hold you, cause I mean, but
No, I get it because
I grew up on Pepsi.
I've been here my entire life and you've been in Michigan, so I get it.
I grew up on Pepsi.
Hey man,
At any Pizza Hut there, the first thing they gonna give you before anything else, would you like a? That's the first thing they probably gonna say. Would you like a Pepsi, large 2-liter Pepsi?
No, yeah. When I'm in like New York, or I've only been in New York a couple of times, like I'll be like, oh, can I get a Coke? And they're like, is Pepsi okay? I'm like, nope. Give me a water. And I'm so dead ass. Like, and a lot of people are like, oh, you can't taste the difference. You can taste the difference.
Oh, it's extremely
very
different.
different.
I mean,
difference.
like I'll compare every other dark soda except for Coke, because like Dr Pepper and Pepsi are fairly similar to me, but like
really.
Yeah, but like Coke compared to anything else is different. And I mean, I'll say that like out west, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, that type of shit, most popular dark soda is Dr Pepper, and then most popular,
especially in Texas.
And the popular like non-dark soda is definitely like Sierra Mist.
Yeah, yeah. That's like so funny you say that. Oh my god, I've got people who used to live in Houston, who are like our neighbors and like really close friends of ours, and their fridge always has Sierra Mist and Dr Pepper.
Houston is so great. The local grocery store in Houston, it's called HEB.
HEB, yes, Adam.
Their sodas, HEB sodas, are literally the best sodas I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
Like they're just like HEB cola is literally the best I've ever had. It's crazy. Like
HEB is kind of like almost like a Whole Foods, but not as like preppy and like gross, you know?
Oh my god!
But it's like their own like.
But
little
it's like cool.
It's kind of like a Trader Joe's in terms of
like almost like a Trader Joe's.
Almost the entire thing's filled with their own branded stuff. But I was also going to compare it to a Harmon's, but a Harmon's.
So
you know what a Harmon's is.
I don't know what that is.
Back home in Michigan, it'd be like Randazzo's. That's what we would call it, Randazzo's.
Interesting.
I think that's the name of it. It's like
what is a Harmon's?
Harmon's is the HEB of like Utah.
Ah, interesting.
Every place has their own. I mean, I don't.
Publix is here.
Yeah,
and Publix is from Florida, and I've Publix. It's a lot of.
Publix
I think there's Publix in like California.
You know, like Publix does have a good though. Publix has a good bakery. Hands down, their bakery be top deal. Like they're better. Like I'd stop going to Walmart for certain shit just to go to Publix bakery.
Yeah.
Cookies, cakes, and they do their. I like it. The icing to be whipped.
Yeah, Publix has the best birthday cake of like all grocery stores for sure.
Banging, bro. Be banging. Publix should be banging too.
Oh man.
But Randazzo's, so like Randazzo's will sort of kind of be like how you got like your basic meats, but like they cut it yourself and stuff like that, and they got like the little bakery and stuff in that.
Yeah, it's like every deli and bakery.
Yeah. What are good bakeries that have churros?
Fucking Costco.
Yeah, Costco. Like Costco and Sam's.
Costco has churros.
Yeah, they have churros.
That their little cafeteria.
You know how popular Costco is over in the Mormon landed? It's like
really?
it's like the most common grocery store to go to, just because you're always buying in bulk.
Swear to God.
The whole state's divided into families. I think the average
of 20.
I think the average family size is actually like 4 kids.
Oh my god.
Which is like crazy because the national average is like 2.5, right?
Oh my god.
Like you're always buying shit in bulk. Like you go to Costco. I mean, food there is cheap. Like the like $1 hot dogs, right? Get 6 of those, $6, feed a family.
That's all you need.
All you need.
Yep. Buy in bulk. Sam's and Costco.
And then obviously the most popular thing for anything that's not at a grocery store like Costco is IKEA. IKEA and Costco are the 2 big things.
They got IKEAs out there?
Oh, there's so many IKEAs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I lived I lived like 200 feet from IKEA for like 6 years.
I love IKEA.
Yeah, it was. I could just see it down the hill. I just day and night.
You'd be like eager for that,
dude. It was so fun going to IKEA as a kid. I mean, either you go to like the daycare place, which was dope. Usually there was like a bunch of kids with like metal teeth there. They were just fucking crazy. And then if not, you would go check out like the kids like bedroom section, which had all these dope ass like
stuffed animals,
accessories, tunnels and shit.
Tunnels, yeah.
Fucking
IKEA
hammocks.
hit.
IKEA, and then you'd stop like of your little journey through IKEA. It would stop at the cafeteria, you know, like
Swedish meatballs.
Honestly, it was like
lingonberry juice.
That Swedish design of like making
Jack knows the menu.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, those Swedish meatballs were great. Although I haven't been to an IKEA. Actually, we went to an IKEA at the beginning of quarantine, but
oh my god, we did. I forgot about that.
And we spent like 2 hours there, but we never got anything because it was just so packed.
Yeah.
And
they were packed during quarantine.
Yeah. Everyone was remodeling their house.
So many people. So many people.
Yeah. Wow.
And then the time before that, the last time I got into a Costco was the time I got my finger ripped off and at an IKEA. Sorry, at an IKEA. That was the last time I got to an IKEA. And so I kind of have a little bit of sour taste in my mouth, especially the bathrooms. Because IKEA makes them bathroom doors, and like every door in an IKEA is made out of like that recycled plastic that's like denser than granite, and it's like two inches thick on each door.
Right.
Them shits take off your fingers, man.
Ooh,
Tip of my finger, got caught right in it. I should say that it got caught in a door, and instead of opening the door to get my finger out, I just pulled on my hand really hard.
Oh.
So part of the
Big
blame
brain.
can be on me.
Big brain Adam.
Hey man, I was 7. I was scared. I was like, holy shit, the door's just completely closed. Like the door is not like.
You just landed on your shit. Like that's
I just got like a twinge of pain there, but the door is not like like jammed on my finger or anything. The door is closed. My finger is essentially gone. Oh fuck. And then I run into the cafeteria, finger bleeding.
Dad,
Mom.
Help me.
help.
Help
My finger fell
me.
off.
Please.
And then just like motherfuckers, like it was like a Sunday like afternoon. Motherfuckers eating Swedish meatballs like all over the counter. Just like, oh, that kid lost a finger and an IKEA door.
Dog.
It's like I'm just trying to go home.
Adam's stories be booming, but I think I've never personally been into like terrible. I've been in a couple accidents, but nothing like life threatening type junk.
Yeah.
But I've witnessed some wild shit. So.
I could fill a whole episode with this shit, dude. Just like it would be the most just uncomfortable thing you've ever experienced.
So one time, me and my brother, he's like the second oldest out of all of us. We're running. I don't even know what we were running from, but I know we're running for our lives. And I told him, I'm like, whatever you do, don't look back. You know, I'm telling him, like, please don't look back. Like, keep looking forward. You stay in front of me. And this nigga, we're like young. I think I was just finishing up middle school or elementary school or some shit like that. But we're young kids running for your lives out of the streets.
Okay.
I can't even think of what we're running from, but I know we're running for our lives.
I can't imagine.
And I'm telling him, don't look back, right? This nigga looks back. And the instant he looks back, he sees.
TJ, what the hell?
Trips, falls on his face.
No, but the playing it back is like an animated thing. He smacked into a parked car. But the way the sound that it made was so, it sounded like it was almost literally a car crash. And his big ass head left a dent inside to the back of the car. Actually.
Wow.
Well, which is the thing is like that car does not give any leeway, so you just smack into it. Your motion comes to a complete stop. And you just slide off of that
But
shit.
the way that nigga smacked.
I'm just picturing it like cartoon, like.
And
that's a Looney Tunes thing.
And my thing is, I'm mad as hell because I'm like, now we gotta stop and we gotta pause, and I don't know what it was like. If we get caught, I'm beating your ass. So we got up and I'm like, bro, are you all right? He's like, face just gushing blood. So I'm just like, holy fuck. I'm like, all right. I look over and I'm like, okay, I gotta turn my head. I put my hood over my head, turned over. We were good for like at least a couple split seconds. So I looked at his head. I'm like, okay, you're good. Pick this little nigga up, and we started running. I think it was like a gated fence. Tossed his ass over. Then I climbed over.
Bro, it's like Yoda and Luke in Empire.
We were good. But I was mad as fuck at that nigga. I don't give a fuck if he was hurt or not. I told your stupid ass, don't turn back. And you looking and you running for your life. You gonna turn around and see where they at. What's wrong with you?
I can't blame him, man. I'm always the guy who turns his head around and gets smacked into like a fucking telephone pole.
I'm glad that boy didn't need stitches, but the way that nigga bounced off that car and back, it's like he threw a volleyball at me.
Oh my god, dude.
I think all my siblings got big ass heads though. Cause Trey's head, it's not massive, but that nigga hit hard as hell.
Hey man, you guys can't compare head sizes to me. Not me personally, but Isaac. You know Isaac's got the fucking xenomorph head going on.
Man's got a dome.
Yeah, man's got a dome. He's in the 1 percentile for weight and height, but he's in the 99th percentile for his head diameter. Still,
We're two guys.
Yeah, he's been that this whole life. Although I think I think the thing is that your head doesn't grow very much as you age.
Yeah,
that's why just babies have big heads. But like the rest of your body, he's filling into it slowly.
Jack, have you had to wait anywhere for gas lately?
Oh god, are we talking about gas? It wasn't that bad. Honestly, people hyped it up. They caused the short. They themselves caused the shortage.
Nigga, I seen like 4 niggas walking out, got four fucking tubfuls of gas inside the little carrier things that you can buy.
Yeah.
Put it inside his truck and drove off. I'm like, you need 4 of them hoes? Costco's line, Cobb County, was booming. 2-hour wait to the max if you were at the back. But like 1 hour, if you were like sort of kind of halfway into the front, in the middle, you know, type junk, but because you were able to move fast and junk like that, but just waiting. Imagine all of Cumberland, Kyle Parkway, just waiting to get gas at the Costco.
I can't imagine. I saw a report that 72% of all Metro Atlanta gas stations or gas sellers are like it was either that 70% of all gas in this area is depleted or that
It's all good
72%
now, though.
of-
It's
Yeah,
all
I
good
mean,
now.
it was only
Yeah, I mean,
for like
it was
that
sitting
short
here.
period of time.
And it was just
And
sitting
it was
in
just us, wasn't it?
yeah, it was like just the South really, and it was sitting in the pipes. It just wasn't at the gas stations, mostly because people kept filling up. But so it was just sitting on the pipe waiting to get shipped back up here. But it's all fine now. But yeah, it just affected the South, and like
Hell
mainly
no.
just Georgia.
I'm over there looking at Costco, like, what the fuck is? That's why I was so mad, because I'm like, why are you about to wait another nigga wait 2 hours to get gas? Are you serious? God bless it that we stay up the street, so it's like, okay, we can make it home and then just come back tomorrow in the morning if they have some. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, and meanwhile, like everyone else in the country is just extremely confused.
I looked at that nigga in the truck and I rolled my window down, head out the window and everything, just staring at that nigga with the 4 gallons of gas that he's putting inside his little tubs and putting in his truck. And I'm just looking at this nigga like, you prick, you motherfucker, you really about to sit here and take 4 of these hoes in front of us.
Hey man, you know, people get irrational sometimes, and
Orders.
just like us.
I could have beat his ass. I was mad as hell looking at that nigga from a distance though, because we in like the middle. And everybody else just getting their shit.
You know, I mean, a few things different about you, TJ. You'd be that same guy. You're
Getting
a little more afraid of shit, a little more
Getting 4
irrational.
pumps of gas. I
Yeah.
mean, for a truck like that, I feel like you put it on a full tank, you're pretty good. You're pretty good.
I guess. I mean, as your car gets bigger, your gas mileage
Yeah,
drops.
his mileage probably sucks.
Fuck that nigga in his mileage. You stay on Cobb Parkway. You shouldn't have got a big ass car like that. Fill that hoe up and ration your gas.
I got my Camry.
And doesn't like the Ford F-150, because I think he had an F-150. Don't they have like a eco thing
I
or
couldn't
whatever
tell
inside
you.
there?
Maybe.
I think all Ford cars got an eco shit. So turn your shit into the city and drive that hoe around. You'll save money on gas.
Man, he's probably like a blue collar worker. Uses that for fucking construction or shit.
It's true.
Living up on Cobb Parkway.
Fuck the nigga construction. I know that much because I didn't get gas that
Hey
day.
man,
I
hey
had to
man.
go home.
You never know what people are doing.
Literally.
You can only look out from the outside.
Hey, I'm gonna throw this out there. If anybody's looking to work at a job at JD's, please go ahead and apply.
So you can leave.
They need you. So many niggas they're not there anymore. They need you. Go to JD Job Careers, jdcom/careers/careers. Go to careers.
The whole
Besides your
company,
Cumberland.
not just just your location.
I mean, you have Town Center. They just opened up, so they're gonna need a lot of help too. So make sure you guys go
Ending
ahead
it with a plug.
This man he's plugging his part-time job.
because they need you. Because
dude,
when I leave,
or leaving.
when I leave,
I'm submitting this to JD Corporate, man. I'll get you moved up in the world
please do, because them niggas need to go ahead and promote me. Niggas running
for working for 3 months.
Hell yeah, but niggas been running cash register and floor. And the day was only
your
me
life
on the
is so
sales floor.
hard.
It was only me on the sales floor. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing a manager position. I ain't get paid manager money.
I think it took Parsa 2 years to do that at Publix.
More than that.
Yeah. But yes, by all means, everybody go apply to JD Sports. It's a wonderful establishment with
Don't use me as no reference.
overpriced shoes and
Because some of you niggas might be ignorant and try to go work there. Don't put my name down. I'm being so serious.
thank you all for listening to this episode of the Flow 26 podcast. Thank you, Jack, for coming back.
I'm back.
Glad to have you back for the
Yep.
summer.
Glad to be
I
here.
expect you to be on many more
guys.
episodes. TJ, of course, everyone. Bye.